Libertarian freedom. Welcome to Reformation Academy. Today's topic is one many people assume without ever naming it. It feels natural, it feels obvious. We're talking about libertarian freedom, a view of human freedom that plays a major role in philosophical, theological, and everyday thinking. So let's slow down and define our terms. Libertarian thinking is the view that a person is free only if they could have chosen otherwise, in exactly the same circumstances. In this view, for a choice to be genuinely free, it must not be determined by prior causes, desires, or conditions. Freedom requires the power of contrary choice. Libertarian freedom appeals to our sense of moral responsibility. We often assume that responsibility requires absolute self-determination. If I am praised or blamed, it feels right to say, I could have done otherwise. Libertarian freedom promises a strong form of control over one's actions. In theology, libertarian freedom raises immediate questions. If human choices are undetermined, how does God exercise sovereign control? If God foreknows every choice infallibly, can those choices truly be otherwise? Libertarian freedom often requires limiting divine determination in order to preserve human freedom. A key claim of libertarian freedom is that moral responsibility requires alternative possibilities. You are responsible only if you could have chosen differently. This assumption drives many objections to divine sovereignty and predestination, but the claim itself must be examined, not merely assumed. Libertarian freedom is often used to explain the origin of evil. If choices are undetermined, then evil actions can be blamed entirely on human agents. God's goodness is protected by distancing him from causation. Whether this move succeeds is precisely what theologians debate. Libertarian freedom stands in contrast to compatibilism. Compatibilism defines freedom as acting according to one's own desires without external coercion. Libertarianism defines freedom as independence from determination. These views answer the very same question in fundamentally different ways. Faithful Christians disagree about libertarian freedom because Scripture affirms both divine sovereignty and human responsibility. The disagreement often turns not on explicit biblical statements, but on philosophical assumptions about what freedom must be. These assumptions shape how Scripture is interpreted. Let me close with this. Libertarian freedom should not be dismissed casually nor assumed uncritically. It represents a serious attempt to protect human responsibility and moral accountability, but it also raises serious theological questions about God's knowledge, God's sovereignty, and God's purposes. The question is not whether freedom matters. The question is what kind of freedom best accounts for everything Scripture affirms. I intentionally waited till now to give my personal take on this model of understanding how our will is determined. I land firmly in the compatibilism camp, with an emphasis on God's sovereignty being superior to any human notion. I believe that we have freedom of choice, but only within the scope of our nature. We cannot act outside of our nature, and we cannot change our nature apart from God's providence. Thank you for pondering this notion with me. I'm curious as to y'all's take on this. Please discuss in the comments. If you found this helpful, consider subscribing and exploring the rest of this series here at Reformation Academy. Godspeed.